Why, hello there.
I love you.
I love you. I love you too. Thank you.
What are we doing?
What are we doing right now? We're sitting in the Boston Public Library, just doing a podcast that we spur of the moment decided to do. That we decided about a week or two ago to do. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Have no plans going into it on what to talk about or anything. What are you looking up at over there?
I'm looking at 699 Boylston. Retail space for lease. This huge, beautiful office building with a rooftop garden.
Yeah, actually.
Probably mostly empty.
It does look nice. It's kind of a ugly green building.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to put up a picture of it right here. Yeah, for behind us we have behind the camera. It's just a overlooking view of Boylston Street in front of the Boston Public Library, seeing Russian people and cars driving by.
It's a bummer.
Probably some honking to be heard too as well.
A lot of homeless people congregate in front of the library. So this big empty building is a bummer.
Yeah, this big empty building right here. Just retail space for lease. 699 Boylston.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
And there's an AT&T right there.
There's a guy digging in the trash.
Where?
Oh, he tried to pass it off like he didn't do that.
Wait, where is he?
I've seen this guy before. He's wearing sweatpants and shorts over the
You hear that
sweatpants.
honk?
I did hear the honk.
You hear that?
I did actually. That was even louder than the honk.
I don't think you heard
I
that.
did. Do you want to do it again? That's what I thought.
I can't, but I will say that the decibel level was actually probably not louder than the honk, so I think you're wrong on that.
Do you think? Or do you think because you go to Berkeley, you can just use the word decibel and people think you're smart?
No, I know. Decibel isn't... You don't need to go to Berkeley to know
what is a decibel?
Decibel is a measurement of audio
Not
loudness.
necessarily.
Oh, well, why don't you tell me, Mr. Audio fucking sound guy?
A decibel
Even though...
is a comparison.
I guess I'm not. You can keep talking.
It's a comparison. A decibel.
Okay.
Is how we're able
you could say versus
to express
how is versus
a
different than an audio?
logarithmic quantity
Versus a way
in
to
linear
comparison.
terms.
Linear? Linear.
Do you
deals
not know
with
what that
math.
means?
Linear deals with math. And
Do I
shit.
need to explain linear?
No, but I'm just saying.
Like a line.
What divides?
Like picture a line.
What divides something that could be defined as linear?
Picture like a
and audio?
straight line.
Okay, how is a straight line different than audio?
So a straight line would be linear.
Don't talk kind of.
Logarithmic would be like. Whoo.
Explain that again.
So this is linear. And this is logarithmic. You know?
I think that's just a curve. I think you're just...
I guess you're right.
I think you're just kind of talking out of your ass.
It is a curve.
We are in a
I'm talking out of my mouth.
We are in a library.
That's true. So maybe you should quiet down.
No, I think you should just...
You're piquing my logic session.
I think you should just read up. I think you should just read up. There's a lot of different...
I should read up? We're in front of the nonfiction section.
I don't know. But we have Massacre right here. Is this Boston Massacre? Waterloo?
For the soul of France.
The soul of France.
Massacre.
Dude, I was reading about, like, the most popular cities in the world.
Yes.
Just, like, I guess it's kind of it's hard to determine what you would define as popular. What's the most popular, you know? But from what I read online, I was like, I wonder if New York City could be up there. I wonder if it's Tokyo. You know?
What does popular mean?
I don't know. I don't know what the measurement of popular was in this article that I read.
Yeah.
But it said number 1 was Paris, and I was like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense. But I think London was a close second or third. I don't think New York City was even in the top 3. I think it was 4 or 5 or 6. But I don't know what measurement they used to define it as, you know, popular. Is that just a general census of people knowing, like, oh yeah, I know this city? Or like, is it? I don't know.
Sounds like an unreliable source, dude.
Oh, well, do you have a source that I can rely on then?
The Encyclopedia Britannica.
Your big old fat mouth, huh?
Wow. Body shaming.
No, I'm not. No, I
have a skinny, small mouth.
I I said your mouth.
I have a big fat mouth.
If anything,
that's why I'm hiding it behind
if anything,
this
that'd be body shaming.
I'm very self-conscious about the size of my mouth.
No, it's not even body. No, I would never do that.
Please don't talk about my mouth like that.
No, what's wrong with your mouth?
I don't
See,
know,
now you're just self-body shaming.
You called it fat.
No, I didn't call your mouth fat.
I just wish you hadn't called it fat.
No, I wasn't saying that. I said it in a good... No. You have a good mouth.
Fat's a good way.
You have a good mouth.
Thank you so much.
You have a good mouth, Mr. Sean.
How often do you think about the Capital One Cafe? I think about it once every 3 weeks.
What the fuck is that?
The Capital One Cafe,
I never even knew about that.
to my understanding, is a place where if you have a Capital One account, you just get to hang out. You just get to pay for coffee and hang out.
That's so stupid.
It's kind of cool, though. It's a really nice space.
I guess.
Usually there's only a couple people in it because it's a dumb idea, but...
I mean, I guess when you say that, it's like, okay, I guess that's kind of cool if you're a Capital One member. I mean, but...
Like, imagine a cafe, but you can only go there if you have money.
Exactly. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to make. Especially, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's tough because, well, if you go in there and you're not a Capital One member, are you able to just stroll on in and be like, oh, can I get a grande?
I would assume...
Not a grande. I guess that's just Starbucks. Can I just get a coffee? You know?
Yeah, I would think there's some kind of verification system.
But if you don't go there, do they just give you regular prices and you're like, okay, you're not.
Oh, so like
you're not
discounted.
You're not in our Capital One records, sir. So that's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you $8 instead of the normal $3 if you're a member.
Dude, maybe.
I mean, it could be something like that.
Panera, 50-cent coffee, or you could join the drink club.
It's 50-cent coffee.
I don't know, it's something crazy like that.
But the thing is, I've been to Panera millions of times. I just don't think I've ever gotten their coffee.
I see. Panera's charged lemonade. It killed a person.
Do you know about the lawsuit with that? Is there even still are they still pursuing that? The family?
The family is pursuing some class action against Panera because they didn't advertise how much caffeine was in this drink.
Yeah, because
not to the extent where a girl with a heart condition thought that she shouldn't drink it.
But I don't know. When you sit down and think about that, you're like, shit. That's a restaurant. That's a drink from a restaurant that I frequent. That millions of people frequent. You just have to sit down and actually think about that. It's like, wow, that's a tough situation to be in as a company. That's also a tough situation to be in as being close to a family member that died in relation to a restaurant chain that big. Like, that's just that's an insane situation. I don't think people quite I only heard, you're the one that told me about it, and then I didn't. Not a lot of other people around me knew about it. I mean, I think my parents did, but I'm like, I bring it up to other people, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's like, this is a kind of I don't know many lawsuits to this extent like this. Like, this is insane, because you hear other things where it's like, oh yeah, the woman that burned herself so crazy from the McDonald's coffee, back in the 90s, and there's that, and there's this, and there's that. But, not a lot of them have to do with death, and not a lot of them are, usually fully on the restaurant. But in this case, it's this is kind of there's no leeway here. It's kind of just fully on Panera's fault then if they weren't advertising that, right?
Right.
I mean, right?
One way you probably won't see it described is as a fatal drug overdose.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of is that.
Yeah. I mean, if you just look at the definition of caffeine, I mean, is it not a drug,
Caffeine is a psychoactive drug.
Yeah, so
it alters the fabric of your consciousness.
So, I mean, at that point, wouldn't it be, wouldn't it be classified as a drug, So, I don't
know how overdose is defined, because obviously there's some drugs that you can't overdose on,
mm-hmm.
and there are drugs that,
Speaking of caffeine.
True. If a certain person takes too much, they might die.
Yeah.
In this case, Panera Bread issues new warning for charged lemonades amid wrongful death lawsuit. Student of UPenn.
So goddamn sad.
It is really terrible.
That's really awful. I feel really bad for her and her family.
21 years old.
Yeah, she's our age, or my age.
She had congenital long QT syndrome type 1.
Yeah, that's awful.
Which can result in potentially life-threatening abnormal heart rhythms. That's
really... this is bad. This is in Philly, right? Right near me.
Pennsylvania.
I think
don't
she
know
went
how
to Penn
close.
State. I think she went to Penn State.
Yeah, she's UPenn student.
That's insane, and I feel really awful. That's really awful. I don't even like. You know what? I didn't even know that they had that drink, and it's obviously there was no what's it called about it. I didn't even know they would have a drink of that caffeine. I guess if it's called supercharged, you could make the argument that it's implied in the name charged.
Only charged, yeah, it is definitely implied.
Yeah, but like you don't. I don't know. There's different implications with that too. It could not just be charged with caffeine. It could be charged, I don't know, flavor-wise or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just with every other drug.
Yeah.
Like if you walked into a dispensary, you would know exactly, like on a package for an edible, you would know exactly what the dosage was. There would be no questioning. You would be totally expected to say to the customer, this is how much of a chemical is in this container.
If I look on this,
it's not going to have it.
Well, right here it says caffeine content 57 milligrams.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it says it on here. But and something like on that, I mean, where's it saying that? If you're going into if I go into a Panera right now and order supercharged lemonade, large, extra large, whatever, it's not like you're ordering it and then it comes out with a receipt or some shit and it's like 390 milligrams of caffeine or 400 milligrams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Starbucks, same deal.
That's a good point. Yeah. Oh yeah, Starbucks. Yep.
Which drinks are made with espresso? Which ones are made for coffee?
Yeah.
Which ones you can order?
Well,
decaf?
then I wonder how the suing legality works with those kind of places. Where if I walk into, well, we were talking about it. Our friend group was joking about it, like how it's like not the situation itself. It's awful, but like the fact that day I got a venti Pike Place roast, and I looked at it, and it was even more caffeine than it was in that supercharged I made, and I'm like, oh shit,
405.
It was like 410, 405, and I'm like, shit. I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize this. And, like, it took me something like this to look it up and find out. I'm like, oh, my God, dude, you don't really realize how much you're putting into your body until you do it. And it's not like my friends probably hear me say this every day, but it's like I don't really get a lot of effects from caffeine, whether it's because I have ADHD, whether because I'm kind of, tolerant of it. I don't know. But I'll drink a Pike Place roast, have espresso, have soda, diet soda all in the same day, and it's like that adds up to a proportionate amount of caffeine intake, and I just don't even really think anything of it or notice it. I mean, I feel a little more focused maybe, and I feel it actually kind of gives me a bit of a tired effect, but other than that, I don't really feel much from it. I don't get jittery. Like, I get some, like, little jitters sometimes, or, like, some weird, like, jolts, and, like, I just kind of feel a little shitty, but I don't get, like, adrenalized, you know?
It's I would be really curious if you were to totally drop caffeine, how that would work out for you.
I would be curious too. I'm kind of nervous to do that. I think it's more about not wanting to do it. But I think if I did do it, I would definitely experience something. I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, there was 1 or 2 days in the past week I didn't have a coffee the whole day. That's a lie. That's a lie. I totally had coffee in the morning, but I had less coffee than normal and less soda.
Mm.
So. And I don't know if I felt anything. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I guarantee you, though, if I just stopped all caffeine to the best of my ability, because there's caffeine in a lot of things you don't realize either. And I was reading about how brands will, like for this, it says caffeine content 57 milligrams, right? But that's just 57 milligrams of caffeine that is like made in the lab and put into this drink.
Right.
And there's other forms of caffeine, other ingredients in here that I don't know about that they don't have to list.
Yeah.
So there's even more caffeine in here and other things. There's a lot of different ways that extends out. So, like, to the best of my ability, though, I've tried to cut, like, if I just tried to completely cut out everything with caffeine that I could and knew about, I bet I would experience some sort of something. I don't know. I don't know what it'd be. Maybe I just feel like shit. Maybe all of a sudden I'd feel better. I don't know. Maybe I would go through some sort of withdrawal type shit. I don't know.
Yeah. You mentioned the different forms of caffeine.
Yeah.
This article they were talking about, not only is it the distilled amount of caffeine that's in the coffee, but there was caffeine from this like Guyana plant, and there was caffeine. There was the sugar when you mix in like different factors of the nutritional value of the drink itself. It all comes together to be like, well, yeah, of course. That's probably terrible for someone with heart condition. Like, it's you just don't think about it. But yeah, I'm reading Michael Pollan's book, This Is Your Mind on Plants, and he decides to do a chapter about caffeine, sort of self-acknowledging that might be a really boring thing to talk about, just because it's a drug, but we just take it so for granted.
I don't think it's boring at all. It's
Right.
one of my favorite, because it's something that's so integrated into our culture. But anyway, I digress. What were you gonna say?
It's different from any drug in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he mentions sort of like the first couple days, thinking to himself, I really hope this isn't like what regular people feel like. Like, this can't be the baseline. It's just mental fog and fatigue. But that's all withdrawal. Obviously, it goes away. But yeah,
you said
don't
this
think
is
about
him
that.
when he started withdrawing.
Right.
Okay.
Within the first couple of days of stopping caffeine. But caffeine has like heavy withdrawal symptoms on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like addictive in the sense that it promotes like a very quick, very aggressive sense of physical withdrawal, where you think, it'd just be so easy to have a coffee and get rid of this headache,
Yeah, it's tough because I don't really think I've ever. If I was to do something like that soon, which maybe I will, it's like I don't know to what extent I would. I don't know. It might be a weird feeling for me in that way, where it's just like I have this fucking headache and I could just like drink a coffee and it'll kind of go away. Like, that's not something I really have dealt with, having to deal with like withdrawal of something like
the
that.
effects of drug withdrawal from
Yeah,
a psychoactive
I mean,
substance.
it's not like the only drug I've ever done is, Adderall for ADHD, and that's the only. But when I stopped taking it in high school, it's like I didn't notice any withdrawal. But I guess that's because it's prescribed. Really, it's not like I'm fucking shoving 1,000 milligrams down my fucking gullet every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just taking a prescribed amount that works. But or that did help, I guess. But
right.
But that's the thing. It's like another thing I was gonna say actually is like I was thinking about it. I'm like, there's so many like heart conditions that go undiagnosed and shit too, and like even in young people sometimes. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Even in young people sometimes, and like I'm like, dude, imagine if I had like a heart condition, I didn't even know about it, and I just went and got that fucking pipe place first, and I'm just like, and just like fucking, I just like die or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's freaky. It's freaky. Like, I don't know if there's more of that happening that's just not documented. I don't know. I don't know if there's stuff like that, but people don't know the cause of it, because like, when that article came out about, I forgot her name, but Sarah Katz. When it's like, I'm surprised this is really sad, and I'd be surprised if this has never happened before. You know?
Sure, it has. Yeah.
Like, I'm just surprised that we haven't heard about this before. Really, you know?
Well, it's because caffeine we've integrated so thoughtlessly. It's like a crazy historic beverage. We have like, the history is based in folklore. Like, we really don't know how exactly it happened.
Yeah.
But it's suspected, the story that's kind of hesitantly agreed upon, is there was this goat herder named Caldi, and he watched his goats go up to this bush and eat some berries, and then they were behaving all erratically, and they like stayed awake through the whole night, and he was like, what the hell is in these berries? So he tried some himself, and he all of a sudden he was like so awake and so energetic, and he frantically he ran to a local like a Buddhist monastery, and he showed the abbot these berries, and they crushed them into a drink and shared it around, and thus we had the bean beverage.
That is caffeine.
Yeah.
Or coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
A very like primitive form. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Crushed berry juice.
That's a great, like, if that's how it originated, what a tale.
It's pretty interesting.
I guess if it's true, it's not a tale. What a way to discover coffee and caffeine, you know?
Right.
It's interesting too, because with soda or coffee, it's hard to know, and energy drinks, when I went through that fucking stint for like 2 months, when I was just like pounding energy drinks like they were fucking
Prime Energy.
Not even
Logan Paul. I forget.
Paul. No, not even like Prime's more of just like a kind of a, what is it, a Gatorade type beat shit. Like I've had Prime before. It tastes good. It's not an energy. I don't know how much.
Oh really?
It's not really an energy drink. I don't think. It's not
Ghost.
really. Yes. Now Ghost. Now that Ghost.
What's the other one?
Bang,
N7 or
Bang.
something?
There's what's the other one? I forgot the other one. There's Bang. There's well, obviously Red Bull. There's Monster. What was the other one? Yeah, there's the Ghost one too. And
There's like the metallic one
Yeah,
that's
there
like
was
orange and
one-
blue and it's got arrows on it. It looks
It's
like
like-
a race car.
Nose. Yeah, there's there's another one that you're right. That I forget the other one's name. Red Bull. Oh, Rockstar. There's Rockstar as well.
Bang, sure.
Bang. Nose. Yeah, Nos. Nose. Whatever the hell the name.
Aha.
There's the yellow one too. There's that other one. C4. C4. There's
Of course.
C4 as well. The black cherry vanilla Bang one. That tasted so good. It just tasted.
Did it really?
Yeah, it tasted like fucking like just like cherry vanilla soda. The thing is like
Makes sense.
these were because right when I went through my trying to lose weight and changing my eating habits about almost a year and a half ago now, I stopped drinking all soda. I would cut way too much. I could talk about this all day. I cut way too much, and then because of this, it was like, okay, well, I need to implement things that I can work into. I don't like using the word diet into my new eating and drinking habits.
Right.
With like, okay, well then I can have coffee because it's extremely low calorie, and if I want to, I could put Splenda in it, and it tastes a little sweet, and that doesn't really have any calories. So okay, great, this works, and so I started drinking a lot of coffee. And then this extended out to like, oh shit, there's these things called energy drinks, and there's zero sugar ones that don't have any calories at all in them, and they taste great like soda. And it was just such a funny mindset where it's like, I'm not gonna drink this diet and zero sugar soda, but I'm gonna get loaded on these fucking energy drinks just because these are ways to help give me a good taste for what I'm trying to do right now. And it's also like bridges, like. There was this really freaky thing when I lost a lot of the weight where it was like, and I'm still learning to deal with it, where you are living meal by meal, where like a lot of what you focus on is like, what's my next meal? What am I eating next?
Yeah.
What am I eating next? What am I going to eat next? And so there's these things where it's like, okay, well, I don't have dinner for another couple hours. Fuck it, I'm going to go get a coffee. Okay, fuck it, I'm going to go drink this Bang. Fuck it, I'm going to go do this, you know? And it's like, these things, they add up so much more than you think, to where it's then at the end of the day you're like, oh shit, I drank like 4 energy drinks. I drank like 2 coffees and like 3 energy drinks or 2 energy drinks.
Yeah.
I do, and it's like, and I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's just because of how tolerant I am. I don't know if it's because I took Adderall for a little bit. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm tolerant. I don't know if it's not. I don't know if it's just because there's different ways that affect different people, and then having ADHD that combats that and like already adds another element to it. I don't know what it is, but I don't really feel the effects of it. It's like I would drink these things and that's what I did, and that was a good way to help implement a new way to drink and eat things. And then I started gaining like I stopped like unhealthily cutting like too many calories, and I was like, okay, yeah, I need to eat more. And so I would eat more and of things I knew I could make work, and then treating myself more and whatever. And then I started drinking diet soda more, and then I was like, okay, fuck energy drinks. I don't need to be just pounding like 200 milligrams of Bang energy in me, 300 Bang energy in me, banging Bang in me.
True.
or like fucking how a lot of them have like 300 milligrams or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, I don't need. If you look too, there's some labels on them. It's like, this is not recommended for people under 18.
Yeah.
straight up on like Bang. And I'm like, oh shit, this is like the real deal. Yeah, it's interesting. So I mean, and it's weird because you kind of feel you don't know how much of it is like it. You don't know if it's from the aspartame. You don't know if it's from the caffeine or not. But there's times where you feel really sluggish and really like just like kind of foggy and shitty, and you don't know what it is. You don't know if it's just because of this everyday life. You don't know if it's fucking just anxiety, depression. You don't know what it is, or if it's because of something like this, where it's like, because I have depression too, and like I have anxiety, and it's like this is shit that just kind of weighs on you sometimes, and it's like there's a certain days that are tougher than others, but then there's certain days I'm like, shit, is this like am I having some sort of withdrawal thing right now, or is it just because I'm drinking so much caffeine? Is it because I'm just drinking so much aspartame? Is it because of, like, is this contributing at all to this, you know?
Right.
Or is it not? And I'm just overthinking this. And it's like, I realized, though, that just, I know I actually kind of talking about this earlier, but with a lot of points like that, the best thing for me to do is just find something to put my mind to, whether it's doing work, going out, hanging out with the boys, or just playing guitar or doing whatever. That's the best way of helping that, feeling productive in that way, and like trying not to get on yourself for not getting shit done or just drinking shit like this too much.
For
but
sure.
It's hard to know what that line is of, like, okay, am I feeling a certain way because of this? Am I feeling a certain way because of the caffeine or aspartame in it? I don't know. You know, it's hard to tell. It's a weird thing to, like, experiment with and, like, know exactly everything. It's weird.
Well, metabolizes pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. Usually it sets in within an hour and it fades over the next 3 to 4 hours. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you drink a lot of caffeine at once, yeah, you will feel the jolt. But then when that goes away, yeah, you'll be feeling sluggish. Mm-hmm. So that's why you'll see, like, people drink 4 or 5 cups of coffee throughout a day. And you're like, I don't understand how you could do that. But then you think about how they split it up.
Yeah.
Like one right when they wake up, one with breakfast, one with, you know, afternoon coffee, one late at night to work through a rush type beat.
Yeah. That totally makes sense. I don't even, like, again, it's like there's certain times it's just like it'll be an hour or two before bed and I'm just like, time to drink a cup of Joe, and then it hits as I'm falling asleep, and it's good. It's just because, like, I genuinely think that it does some sort of neutralizing as a stimulant, like Adderall does. I mean, you got to think about that. It's like, this is a stimulant and this is focusing my brain power, kind of. I guess kind of.
You should try cocaine.
I should try cocaine. Do you got any?
No, not yet.
I'm surprised.
Are you?
Do you got any booger sugar on you?
I wish you wouldn't say booger on the podcast.
Okay, well,
it's supposed to be friendly.
I think we've said things that are a little more worse than
Name
boogers.
One.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Got you there, boy.
Dude, I tried to buy a Monster at a bowling alley when I was in, like, 3rd grade. No, dude, this would have been earlier. This was, like, 1st grade probably.
Yeah.
And we all pooled money to give it to the older kid to buy a Monster because it was, like, I don't know, $5 at this bowling alley.
How old was the older kid at this point? Like,
I don't know. I think we gave it to some kid's brother, who was maybe, you know, 4th or 5th grader. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It passed as, like, you could give a kid some caffeine.
When you're in 1st grade and you look up to a 5th grader, you're like, that guy's fucking 60, dude.
Dude, at that age, 1 year is everything.
It really does. It really is.
It's 3rd to 5th grade even.
Totally.
Yeah. So we pooled all this money for him to buy a Monster, and then the bowling alley had these, like, plastic cups that they had next to the water cooler, you know? So we grabbed a bunch of those, and he, like, distributed evenly this Monster energy drink between, like, 6 cups or something. Mm-hmm. So we all got just the tiniest amount, but the placebo of it just went straight to my brain, and I was like, whew, I'm hopped up right now. And then I just bowled like shit because I just put my whole arm into it.
Yeah.
I was like, bowling's in my blood.
Just completely
gutter ball after gutter
throw
ball.
Throw out your fucking arms.
I bowled terribly. It was really shit.
I'm horrible at fucking bowling.
What do you think is your average score, probably?
Jesus Christ, dude.
If I do over 100, it's a good day. I'm
I'm
very satisfied.
I'm not super far off there from you. I feel like if I bowl above 100 as well, then it's kind of like, okay, today's a good day.
Yeah.
I feel like I usually don't even hit. I feel like my average is probably like 90 or something, 95 or some shit. I don't think I go above 100 often. You think your average is about 100? Or you said you
probably
think
around there, yeah. If I'm ever under 100, I think, wow, that was a bad time.
And it's also like at my age now, it's like It's like I don't want to bowl with the I don't want to bowl with the gutters up.
No,
Or-
absolutely not.
But it's like if
The
someone's
bumpers.
like the bumpers. I said, oh my Jesus, I said gutters with the bumpers up, and like, but when someone offers it, they're like, should we bowl with the bumpers down? I'm like, no, we shouldn't. We really shouldn't.
Oh, we should leave
We
it
shouldn't.
on.
We shouldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of want the bumpers up sometimes too because I'm so fucking bad. I'm just so bad. I try, man. I try. But then there's certain days where I'm actually, for some reason, my aim is just on. Speaking of cocaine, it's like there's just certain days. It's like I just snorted a line of cocaine. And I'm just on fire. And then like randomly, like even if we're bowling like 3 games, I'll have like 2 games that are absolute shit, and the last game, all of a sudden, I'll just be like, fucking strike.
Usually I'm the opposite.
Spare,
I come out
strike.
swinging, but then I lose it.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's like a certain time that I'm better. Like if we're playing a 3-game thing, it's
Right.
like I don't even think there's really. I think it was just more for the sake of the story of it. I don't really think there's any time I'm more prone to fucking smack. I think it's just completely random. Like one day I can come in at the first game and just fucking destroy, and then I'll do shit. And then like months later when I come back again, I'll do fucking awful the whole time. And then for the last half, oh my God, help me! For the last half, and that's what coke does to you. Coke
Speaking
Zero.
of cocaine,
Speaking of cocaine,
it is
Co-
named
Coke Zero.
Coca-Cola
It
because
is
it
named
contains cocaine.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. But
Contained.
well, that's crazy to think about. What the fuck? Bowling. I was just gonna say yeah. So I don't know. It's just completely fucking random. But yeah. Speaking of Coca-Cola, cocaine.
Because cocaine is harvested from coca leaves.
That's fucking
And
insane.
cocaine was
That
made
is
with
insane.
coca leaves. Now,
Can you-
today, there's only one company that's allowed to import coca leaves to the United States. And that company is only allowed to sell them to one pharmaceutical company in the United States in order that they create medical cocaine. And also to strip the cocaine from those leaves to give them to the Coca-Cola Corporation for them to make Coca-Cola.
What country is this?
I don't actually know where they come from. There is like near the Andes Mountains.
Oh.
Where is the coca leaf?
Mhm. Does it say well, because I would is it somewhere in
Bolivia, Peru, and Colombia.
I was wondering if it was going to be okay, it's like South America.
Absolutely.
Okay. That makes sense.
The secret deal that Coca-Cola has with the DEA. It is really like that.
with the DEA. Where's Hank Schrader when you need him?
True. You're speaking of bowling. Have you ever seen that meme where it's like,
If you say
you know when you go out with your friend to bowl and they're good at it?
yeah.
You're like, what the hell, dude? Chill out. That's the whole meme.
What the hell, man?
What the hell?
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to have fun.
It's like a good old gaming thing, like when you go and play games with your friend and they fucking destroy you. I mean,
Absolutely.
but there's something different about it when it's not online. Like when you're in person and like they fucking destroy you in person, you're just like, okay, can you, fucking chill the fuck out.
Dude, nothing makes me angrier maybe than deciding that I'll play Madden with my brother, and he just
Really?
destroys me every time.
Which Madden do you guys play together?
Any Madden.
Any
I
Madden?
can't remember which ones he has. Sometimes it's NCAA, probably an older one, like
Mhm.
Madden 19. He just
Fuck. He
destroys
just fucking
me
destroys you?
every time. There was one summer where I was like, I'll practice and I'll get good at Madden. And I like did all these like practice drills, and it was the exact same thing. He just
Fucking
floored
destroyed.
me like I'd done nothing. Spent
getcha.
hours.
Oh, it's tough. Madden is a weird game too because I would actually destroy my brother Ben at it, but then Ben would come back and destroy me at it. But the thing is I didn't even really know. I only know a fundamental level. I'm like, okay, I can do a running play here. I can do a fake out pass play. I can do a pass play. I could do. I don't know.
Punt it for no reason.
Yeah, I could punt it for no reason. It's like I don't know that much about I know football pretty well. I know the rules pretty well, so I guess that kind of translates over. but I also don't. I don't know a lot of the play structures, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'll just like. I'm just like blitz 5. Okay, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'll do this as a defense, I guess. And I'm just like, so it's just like I just completely kind of gamble on those. Yeah, you should have practiced harder. Obviously, your brother got the best of you.
I guess you're right. Dude, I wanted so bad to be good at Madden. I was surrounded by adults who love football. I
You should have
remember
practiced harder.
That's true.
You should have practiced harder.
There was this one time I was at
I
like
think
this
I
party.
think there's just one time you should have practiced hard. I think you really sold the bag, and I don't think you worked hard enough, and your brother beat
There was
you.
this one time where I was at this party with like my dad and my dad's friends.
And
They
you
were
didn't-
just having like a
and you
kickback.
and you didn't practice harder at that.
And so what happened was I
That
ended
you
up
didn't
playing
practice
Madden
harder.
because when you're a kid, you
You
go
don't practice
straight to the
harder.
Xbox. As long as if you're invited, you're on that thing for the rest of the night. And so this guy was like, "Yeah, come play the Xbox. We have Madden." And I was like,
And you can practice
All right.
harder.
and that was the only game he had, obviously, because he's a 40-year-old man. And
Fucking Madden.
I was like, all right, I kicked back, yeah. And then this adult was like, hey, you want to play together? And I was like, sure, dude. And this version of Madden, or maybe it was college,
Mhm.
had this feature where you could just undo whatever happened, no matter if you were defense or offense. So you, like, it had, like, a limit. The amount of times you could do it is maybe 3. But, yeah. So he would get, like, a good run play, and I would just rewind it immediately, just undo all of his shit. And I did that a couple times in a row, and I ran out, and I was like, fuck. And then it became my turn to be on offense, And I
Yeah.
did this crazy pass play, got it way out in the back, and he ran all the way to the touchdown. And he just went,
Online.
rewound the whole thing. It was sucked so
Well, now-
bad.
Now I take it back. You don't need to practice harder anymore when that's a fucking feature.
Just hit rewind.
Just hit rewind.
It was pretty awesome.
No.
I don't know if we were playing like the standard version of the game,
No,
but
I get you.
it was pretty cool.
I believe in you to beat your brother
I was a god.
at one point. You were a
Thank
god?
you. I was
Well, your
when I
brother
held
must
the
have been-
rewind in my hand.
Your brother must have been more of a god.
Yeah, well, that one you couldn't rewind, and he is just better than me at Madden.
Well, there you go. Low key, you're probably better at me than Madden. I'm completely.
We should play.
I'm busting your balls, but you probably would destroy me. Yeah, we should play.
We should find the cheapest Madden there is. We just all play.
Fucking like Madden 07.
Madden 06. Yeah, exactly.
You want to hear a funny story?
For $4. Yes.
For $4
I don't know.
now on the PS2. No.
Yes.
I guess that'd be more like Madden 01.
True.
But
2001.
2000
9/11.
the
I would love to go to the Capital One Cafe. Unfortunately, I'm not a Capital One card member, so I don't think I'm allowed
well
in
then
there.
get ready. You're gonna pay fucking hefty prices for coffee in there.
I
buddy.
guess, dude, or they won't let me in. Maybe they ask for ID.
Maybe they do. Maybe
Look at them.
Dunkin'.
They look so cool.
Well, why the fuck do they have
Sitting
that right?
in wooden
Now,
chairs.
now what the fuck are they doing here? Because they have it right next to a fucking Dunkin' Donuts and then Starbucks right down the fucking street. You think anybody's gonna go to
true.
Cap?
What a weird strip.
Fucking awful placement.
Oh, well, Starbucks is like this way, right? No, it's by Copley.
Starbucks
Copley's
is that way. Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
down past that Dunkin'. You know
Weird.
what your story reminded me of unwinding Madden?
Yeah.
Before talking about conceivation, what's
Conception?
conception? Yeah, conceivation.
Conceivation.
Before talking about conception,
Right.
And in 2001 and 9/11 and 2002, I was gonna say, your story about unwinding with Madden reminded me. When I was about 12 or 13, I was convinced there was this man that I met online on Xbox. I don't know why I said man. I don't think he was a man. I think he was probably just a year or two older than me at that point. So he's probably 14 or 15. And I met him, and his name was FaZe Longshot. BO2.
Wow. Do you think he was affiliated?
Black Ops 2. Well, here's the thing. He told me, he's like, I am affiliated with FaZe. I am affiliated with FaZe. And I was like, dude, what? I'm like, no way. He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, this is my way in. I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna be a fucking star.
That's it.
I'm gonna be like fucking Ninja. Ninja wasn't even big back then. I'm gonna be like fucking, I don't know, FaZe Rug, I guess. I don't know.
Mr. Beast.
FaZe Rug didn't really age that well, I guess. Huh?
You're gonna be like Mr. Beast.
I'm gonna be like Mr. Beast.
So famous.
He wasn't big back then either. He hadn't even fucking
You're gonna be like PewDiePie.
Yeah, I was a big PewDiePie.
You're gonna be like Tobuscus. You're gonna be like Captain Sparkle.
Do you like my sword, Tobuscus head ass? No.
You're gonna be like Jerome ASF.
Jerome ASF.
You're gonna be like
popular MMOs. Remember popular?
True.
That's the best, dude. He had the fucking like battling simulator shit.
You're gonna be like
Jacksepticeye, my boy.
Sky does Minecraft.
This guy does Minecraft.
You're gonna be.
I like Parker Games too. He was a good one. I'm trying to think who else. What other Minecraft YouTubers I watched a lot back then.
Oh man, I
what's
wrote
that
down a
one?
list.
What's the one
as
with
a
the
young boy.
redstone dude? Oh, dude, what was his name? I forgot. He had.
Which one? Hold on. It was
What? Did you watch
the guy with the mustache, Mumbo Jumbo.
No, that's a good one too. Zexy Zach
Of
was
course.
good too.
He started playing Skate 3.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
his skate through videos. No, there was another one. There was a redstone. dude.
Redstone.
I forgot his name. But anyway, I'll have to put it up later. Point is, it was around that time. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna be the next Jerome ASF. I'm gonna be the next, whatever. And I'm like, this is my fucking way in. I'm gonna be a popular Call of Duty guy. And those dreams were soon to be shattered. So
Damn.
FaZe long shot. It's not like I said FaZe a long shot. That's kind of sick though. Long shot. FaZe long shot, or so he said. That's what his name was. He was like, yeah, I've got you. We're gonna 1v1 in Black Ops 2. And we're gonna 1v1 on Nuketown. And I was on Nuketown 2025. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. I'm ready to go. And so we load into a lobby. And we get going. And I'm fucking destroying him. I'm literally owning this punk.
And he's in FaZe.
He's in FaZe, dude. I'm just some no-lifer from Delaware. I'm just fucking
True.
sitting here. I'm just fucking sniping him, doing fucking quick scoping and shit. Going in. I fucking beat him. I beat him like fucking I think we go to 30. I beat him like 30 to 14. Some shit.
Ooh.
And like, I'm like, okay, I'm in. Where's the contracts? Where's the papers?
True.
Fucking fax him over, buddy. It's my time to shine. And he's like, well, my internet was acting up, and we gotta redo it. We gotta redo it. My internet was acting up. I sound like Lars Ulrich.
True.
We gotta redo it. My internet was acting up. My name's Lars Ulrich. No.
I'm already pissed.
You're already pissed off?
I'm already pissed.
Let's get into your head.
Can't stand Lars
You
Ulrich.
You can't stand Lars.
Yeah, it sucks.
You Napster. No. So
True.
Anyway, so he's like, we gotta run it back. We gotta run it back, and we gotta do another game. And I'm like, FaZe long shot. You're killing me, man. Come on, dude. And he's like,
Full
no,
name.
we gotta run it back. And I was like, fuck. So we run it back. He fucking beats me. Of course he does.
Of course.
Of course. It was so close to. I don't even remember the fucking number. Of course I was leading him, and then he came back and he fucking won. And I was like, thanks, man. He was like, no problem. And I just remember I went to my friend.
Why'd you say thanks?
Sarcastic.
Oh.
Do you know about sarcasm?
I'm familiar. I just didn't know why.
So
Yeah.
sarcasm is a way of figurative language where you imply things and
Keep going.
as if someone doesn't already know it or
Doesn't already know what.
So I went to my friend at the time and then I told him, yeah, I actually made it into FaZe, and he was
Wow.
like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, FaZe long shot, dude. I like 1v1 FaZe long shot.
Mhm.
And he was like, Jake, you're an idiot. He's obviously not in FaZe. And I was like, no, man, he totally was. That's like FaZe long shot.
That's his name. You can't be called that unless you're in FaZe.
Exactly. You can't be called that unless you're in FaZe. Like, my name's Jake, not FaZe Jake. If I was FaZe Jake, I'd be in FaZe.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this guy's name wasn't long shot. This name was FaZe long shot. He's
Absolutely.
in FaZe, bro. And my friend was like, dude, no, he's not. Jake, you're an idiot.
How did he know, dude?
Exactly. And I was like, well, yeah, maybe you're fucking right. And then I was like, well, I beat him anyway. So FaZe long shot, if you're out there, I fucking beat you, dude. I beat you back in like 2013, 2014. So sit down, buddy. But yeah. You liked my my just jumping off the sarcasm explanation and going back into the story, because I completely blanked on what sarcasm is as a definition.
Yeah, that's good. Well, when you try to correct someone, maybe you should have some correct information to
Yeah, well,
back it
I
up.
didn't, so can't go back in time.
That's
oh well.
for sure. Dude, I was going to be a part of... I had a friend who started a clan, and it was called, like, instead of FaZe at the beginning of your name, you would put X360X. If that's not the most fucking Xbox shit in the entire world. X360X. And then your name.
That's the
And I
most
was like,
2012.
oh, man.
That's the most 2012 thing I could ever think of.
And I had an incredible username. I was like, dude, I don't know if I can change it.
What was your username?
The Ender Dragon.
Yeah, that's
But Ender with an O instead of an E, like the Star Wars planet. Even
is
though
kinda
there are
sick.
no fucking dragons on Endor.
Yeah.
I don't think. None that are important. So it was a pretty dumb username. I got a lot of flack for it because I hung on to it for a long
No,
time.
I completely get you. I had bad usernames too. Sorry you have to see me doing gum switches as well. You want any gum? Sean, do you want
No.
gum?
I don't.
You're going to turn a man down for gum.
I don't want gum.
You realize how disrespectful this is. We're in a library, my friend. I have family. You want it or no?
Oh.
You realize what you just did? You realize who you just pissed off? You realize who you disrespected?
Jake thinks that all Italian people
No,
are
well,
from
I'm Italian, so-
Sopranos.
No. But I am rewatching The Sopranos right now.
Do you think I'm Italian? I don't know if I'm Italian. I've never done a DNA test.
I bet
Turns out I'm 100% bad bitch.
I just took the DNA test. Turns out. Oh, now you're grabbing for the gum. Now
Well,
you're
yeah, I
grabbing for
didn't
the
want to
gum.
later.
Yeah,
I
now you're
figured if a
crawling for
library
it.
employee
Now he's
came
crawling
by.
for it, guys. Now he's crawling for everybody.
Well, I didn't want to add to the mess. There's a Chobani and an empty Doritos.
There was an
And that
empty
just
bottle over
makes
there.
me sad.
And there is an empty Chobani.
Chobani flip.
Chobani.
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 Chobani? Like New
Chobani.
York?
No, Chobani. You're right. No.
Chobani, New York?
There's a Chobani in New York.
No, there's an Albany, though. Which is pretty close.
Where's Chobani at in New York?
There's no Chobani. There's just
Oh.
an Albany.
Oh, Albany.
Just makes
Albany.
me think of that.
Albany.
Dude,
Wait. No, I had a good.
the Chobani flip.
No, I had something going off of what you were gonna say earlier, and now I'm completely blanking. But then we talked about Albany, New York.
Sarcasm, Lars Ulrich. The Capital One Cafe, 699 Boylston, 911.
Or we're just doing a recall. Now we're just doing a recall of everything we talked about.
Well, yeah, I figured this might spark your memory. a little bit.
No, I'm fine. Never mind.
Bowling, Madden.
You're not re-sparking my memory.
Speaking of Madden, you're going to go off of that?
No.
That's unfortunate. Thanks for bringing this podcast to a grinding halt.
No. A grinding halt. There's certain words that really just get me hooting and hollering, and grinding is a good one. You know what words really grind my gears?
What really grinds your gears?
No.
Like when people
Peter
eat
Griffin.
too loud or chew into the microphone?
Yeah. Shout out to our friend Rennie, who wants to beat the shit out of people anytime they chew over 10 decibels.
Rennie, if we have a problem, you should just talk to somebody about it. You should talk to
Rennie.
a therapist
Rennie, do you like the
about
sound?
chewing.
And my brother. My brother's like that too.
Talk to Ben.
Ben and Rennie, do you guys like the sound of this?
You've got a friend in Ben. That is
You like
really
that chewing
unfortunate.
sound? No, that's fucked.
I didn't like that, but it didn't make me want to like
the
choke
shit
you
out of
until
me?
you stop
Yeah.
breathing or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. It didn't make me want to
I'm happy we have
like
that
throw
sort of
you
bond.
down to the curb and like curb stomp your head
I'm
or anything.
happy we have that sort of bond where you don't want to curb stomp
It
me
didn't
'cause
make me want to like grab your arm and then like
I'm happy we
break
have
it
that.
over my knee, you know.
I'm happy we have that sort of bond to where you don't want to.
It didn't make me want to like
I'm happy that
strangle
we have the
myself
sort
in
of
front of you and
bond
make
where it
you
doesn't
watch.
make you want to strangle yourself. When you hear me chew.
It didn't make me want to like
I'm happy we have that sort of bond that didn't bond.
bond.
Sound like I said bomb.
It did sound like you shouldn't say that in a library though.
No, I shouldn't. Can you not say that? I don't know why you just said that.
I don't even think I said the word. Actually,
You totally did.
I'm continuing to avoid saying the
You
word.
totally did.
Bomb.
It was like when our friend from a couple years ago, we were talking about Tomb Raider, like a gravestone tomb.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bro, do you mean tomb?" And we're like, "Remember that, Jonah?" He's like,
No.
"Tomb." I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about? It's tomb." And he's like, "No, man." I was like, "Dude, how do you think bomb is spelled?" I'm like, "It's bomb for a reason. It's
Boom.
not boom." Yeah. And he's like, no, bro.
English is a silly language, dude.
Jonah was a nut.
Have you heard of this book, P is for Pterodactyl?
No.
It's the
But
worst
that's interesting.
alphabet book ever.
What is
Every
it?
word starts with the letter that it's going to showcase, but then it never starts with that sound. Like P is for pterodactyl.
Oh, that's fucked.
X is for xylophone.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
just doesn't give you any sense of what it's actually supposed to sound like.
That's insane. So if someone was like going to learn English for the first time, they read that, they're probably like, what the fuck's going on?
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be a complete mindfuck.
The one that they couldn't do is V. Like in the book,
V?
they have
Oh.
V is for 5.
Yeah.
Like they try to, but they can't.
That's a tough
Oh,
one.
maybe it's because of the Roman numeral. I was trying to think of how that works, because it doesn't start with a V. But then if you spell it out in Roman numerals, it's like a V, but you don't say V, you say 5.
V, but yeah.
That's probably what it is.
I mean, that would be one. You'd have to be really specific about. Okay, well, is this a word technically? VII, or you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah, but then is a
but I
number
bet-
a word? I think it is. If you look up 1 in the dictionary, well,
True.
a letter
Mm.
is like a word in the dictionary. Like you can look up the letter A, but I don't think 1 would be in the dictionary as a number.
No, I agree. I don't. But if you look up something like, if you're looking up like 67, like that's not going to be in the dictionary, like.
Let's find out.
Like SI, would it be under S? You know what I'm saying? Or would it not?
It's in the
Oh,
dictionary.com.
What does it say? Just
A
a number?
cardinal number, 60 plus 7. A symbol for this number,
thought that was funny.
LXVII. She did. So
Funny.
we definitely can't be kicked out of the library because
No.
we're being very quiet and respectful.
We are. They're being louder than us. Focus on them.
Copacetic word of the day. In excellent order.
An excellent word.
Completely satisfactory. Oh, did I do it? I don't know. We're never going to know. Copacetic is
I like the
today's
color
word.
of your shoes.
Thank you. They're green.
Show it to the.
There you go. That's my shoe.
You should show.
Don't take a picture of that.
You should show it to them.
I did.
You should show it again.
This is my shoe. Now it's off of my foot.
You should put
and
it
you're
closer
looking
to
at
the
it.
camera.
Do you think so? Do you
You
think this is
should
what
put it
people
even
want to see?
closer.
This is a dirty shoe.
You should put it even closer.
This is just a regular ass
well,
shoe.
that's really cool. You should put that closer so they can read that.
This says Nikkei.
No, you should put it closer.
Look, it says
Okay,
Nikkei.
well, now you're getting too close. Back away.
All right. Well,
Please don't touch my laptop.
I don't remember touching your laptop.
You got pretty close. Don't peak the audio, please. Also.
I gain staged this podcast. Do you know what
Okay,
gain staging is?
I do know what gain stage
What does it
is,
mean?
but you don't have to condescendingly talk to me.
You're avoiding the question.
You don't have to condescendingly talk to me.
Your shoes are very cool. You should show the audience.
They're gray.
Boy, are they.
You think so?
I just bought my first pair
What,
of
is this
of
purple to you?
Doc Martin shoes.
Do you have any sort of... I remember. Those were really cool, the Doc Marten.
They're based off
do
a
you-
painting.
Do you have any sort of color blindness in any capacity, you think?
No. I've done a number of tests.
Mhm.
I thought it'd be so cool if I could just tell
Dude.
people.
Same.
Even if it was just
I think we
barely,
all
I
agree
could be like, yeah, I've got some red, green. But no,
Well-
I can't see any color. It's all black and white to me. I'm like a dog.
Everything's black and white.
Everything's just red, dude.
Everything. Imagine you try to be like super edgy about it, but it's just like a really like colorful pattern. Like everything's all purple, yellow, and green, and orange, and blue.
Dude, when you get me mad, I just see red and bodies hit the floor. You know?
That's some fucking
That's like
Call of
Rennie
Duty
when
shit.
you chew too loud, dude.
It's like
I
Rennie.
just see red, bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, whenever Rennie or Benz hears someone chew even a little loud, it just everything fucking changes to a red. Just, I think I'm in a blind rage.
Yes. I black out, dude. I can't be
They can't
held
be stopped.
accountable for my actions when you're chewing so loud.
That's gonna be a fucking like new like term of law, like or some shit where it's like
Eating induced rage.
I'm not guilty. Why? Eating sound induced rage. I went into. He's innocent.
You got it.
Gavel. Innocent. Is there any crazy lawsuits going on right now? I
Panera one.
I guess we were talking about Sarah Katz earlier.
YouTube,
YouTube?
their ad blocker blocking software is probably illegal according to like EU law.
So wait, you're saying an ad blocker that I could install on YouTube, or is it their own ad blocker? in
So
their
you
system?
you probably have an ad blocker, right?
No, but I need to download
Dude,
one.
it's very important. But recently, what YouTube
I
has
know,
done
I'm fucked up for not having one.
is they have a software where they can sense that you're using an ad blocker, kind of like a news website,
Okay, yeah.
where suddenly they force you to turn off your ads. Otherwise, you
Yes.
can't play videos anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
And in the EU privacy law, it's being said YouTube is breaking because any software that can tell whether or not you're using an ad blocker is considered spyware.
Really?
Yeah.
And so you're saying in EU, in Europe, that
EU
they're-
privacy law, it's breaking. Apparently.
are they doing this in America though too?
Absolutely, yeah. Just happened to me. I had to turn it off. I was pissed.
So wait, is it like an alert, like you must turn off your ad blocker to watch
Yes.
this video?
It used to be like, we don't allow ad blockers, and then it would make you wait a second. You just click a little arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was like you have 3 videos left until you can't watch them anymore. And then yeah,
They counted down for
yes, they did. You have 1 video left.
you. You have one video
And
left
then-
before you're sniped in your.
Yeah. So now you have to disable the ad blocker, or literally videos won't play. It's crazy. But that's just inspiring people to make like crazy, like to make alternate websites where it's like a YouTube without ads.
Mm-hmm.
Or there are these software that you can download where it's
Voice
not
crack.
an ad blocker.
Voice crack.
It's not an ad blocker. It clicks on the
You should
ad.
say sorry for voice cracking.
It clicks on the ad for you
You hurt some people's ears, I think.
so that YouTube thinks, he's seen the ad, he's enjoyed it, he can carry on. And then money goes to the advertisers. But then because you're clicking on every ad and they're actually not being seen, the ads are super ineffective, but then they're getting money from it. So it's like it's a weird, it's making the ads like totally useless, you know?
Yeah.
But it's, yeah. YouTube blocking ad blockers is just going to make people who make ad blockers better at making them. It's like when you make, like if we made cigarettes illegal, or prohibition. We made alcohol illegal, and then people still drank alcohol. Of course they did.
Mm-hmm.
Legality is
I
not going to
was-
stop things that are good.
I was paying attention to you, and then I zoned out because frankly you're boring. But then but then I was gonna try to say this out laughing, but then I focused back in, and then I zoned back out again. So, nice job, Sean Nelson. You're really breaking boundaries today. So boring that I don't pay attention, then I do, and then I don't again, and then I do. So,
Like a little square wave.
what's a square wave represent?
Well, so, you ever heard of binary?
What?
You ever heard of binary?
Binary, yeah.
0, 1, 0,
Yeah.
0,
Yeah.
all that, you know?
Can you not talk condescending to me?
So you can represent
Just because I'm 5'5" doesn't mean
the
I'm
square wave
shorter as a human.
is like 0 and then 1. It immediately changes to another value,
Yeah.
and it oscillates between them.
Yeah.
You might have heard of an oscillator.
I do know about an oscillator.
So that is the
No need
thing
to
that
talk so condescending,
perpetuates the
though.
wave when you click the little key.
No need to condescendingly talk to me, though. It's funny,
Is there a
though.
different way you prefer I talk
It
to
was
you?
funny, though. I was just being sarcastic because I was actually 100% engaged with what you were saying before.
Do you want to recap the whole thing?
Yeah, I can recap everything, I think.
Go ahead.
So, ad blockers. Ad blockers, am I right?
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
No, but I was
That
gonna
pretty much
say-
sums it up.
No, it was actually extremely interesting what you said, despite me
Thank you
shitting
so
on
much.
No problem. You're welcome. No need to thank me, but you are welcome. There's
Thank you.
No need to thank me though. You are welcome. For that compliment.
Okay. Maybe you're
I was gonna
withdrawn.
Maybe what?
Maybe you're withdrawn.
Maybe I'm withdrawn.
Could use some caffeine.
I don't know. There's caffeine in this, I think.
I
In
don't
gum.
think there is.
I don't.
I think
mean,
there
I would
is
be
sugar.
No, because it's sugar-free gum with xylitol.
What the hell?
Xylitol?
Something cancer causing.
Probably. And so I see aspartame in here though.
Nice.
Hell yeah, bro. No. I was putting on a little bit of a show just now. What I was gonna say, I wasn't actually very brain dead. What I
Okay.
was gonna say was that it was kind of like what you were saying with the ad blockers. It's not gonna stop people unless it literally does that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it
Prohibition
could?
made less people drink.
It did overall.
That's for sure.
Mhm.
But then obviously it failed. Like, we undid it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's
mean,
a curious thing.
It's tough because I guess prohibition. What was that in the 20s? It's different. It's like there's different time frames. There's different shit going on, and like different ways to stop people and shit. But like I don't. But ad blockers like that, like you said, it's like people can just make other different platforms to watch shit on. You know?
Yeah. It's just going to get more complicated
Yeah.
and weird.
Just like you. I think that it's probably better that they just don't use ad blockers or seekers out for ad blockers, you know? Just
Bless you.
That person, wow, Jesus, they had a big badger in their throat.
Did you say Badger because I'm from Wisconsin?
No, you get a lot of badgers there?
It's the Badger State.
What's that one, the video we used to... Motherfucking honey badger.
Of course. Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, the honey badger. It's
Honey
not the
badger
same
don't
thing.
give a
It's
shit.
actually different.
Honey badger
do.
don't give a shit.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
I don't think you do.
Wisconsin is the
You're
Badger
You're
State.
completely lying to me.
Because I think when they got there,
No,
there
Wisconsin's
were
a
like a
cheese
shit ton
state.
of badgers.
Wisconsin's a cheese
It's
state.
both, dude. You know what our state bird is? The robin.
The cheese.
The cheese.
Cheese bird.
The cheese bird.
Is it actually the robin?
Yeah.
Like red robin? Red robin, young.
Yeah, like that, dude. But just a regular robin.
Do you know what Delaware's state bird is?
No. Nobody knows anything about Delaware.
You can shut the fuck up.
Family friendly,
I know.
please.
Hey. I think you've cussed it. I think you've cussed within the last hour.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
Fuck you.
Hey, family friendly, please. Shut the fuck up.
You got it. I'm sorry.
Blue hen.
Bless you.
See, you're
The
wrong.
blue hen.
You're wrong because I know about the blue hen, and that is a bird for Delaware. So you're wrong.
Why are you smiling?
I'm trying not to laugh right now. To be
Why are you trying
quite
not to
frank
laugh?
with you, because I'm an honest guy and I don't want to lie. And
Why are you trying not to laugh?
you actually made me, you actually made me smile for once. And I
You ever
almost
think
laughed.
about George Washington and
Crossing
chopping
the
down a
Delaware?
cherry tree? No.
What?
Chopping down a cherry tree.
He chopped down a cherry tree?
You didn't know this?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, that was like one of the stories about him. It's probably not real. But
Yeah.
like the story goes, as a young boy, he grabbed his father's axe and he chopped down the cherry tree in their yard. And he went up to his parents and he was like, I
did
cut
it."
down that cherry tree. I cannot tell a lie. And that's supposed to make you think like, wow, he's such a noble guy. He would never lie. But it's kind of a terrifying story. Like a young boy goes up to you and he goes, I am incapable of lying. I must tell you that I chopped down our tree. I cannot lie.
But what is this even? What's the correlation to that even? That's just dumb.
To what?
Him chopping down a cherry tree and then all of a sudden having an epiphany that he'll never fucking lie, you know?
Well, it's supposed to tell you, like, George Washington is a fearless leader, and he would never lie. He's such a noble stand-up guy. He told his parents immediately.
With those curly whites on his head, motherfucker looked like a mop. I don't think he...
That's true.
Didn't he
Powder
own
wigs are
didn't he
pretty
own
cool.
slaves too? I don't think he was too.
He was a terrible guy.
He was, yeah.
He was really strange. They have his house. Like, you can visit his house.
What the fuck is it? Why am I
I
should
don't
know
know.
this. I should know this.
Somewhere on the
Yeah,
East Coast,
fuck.
surely.
I wonder If it's
Where?
like, I wonder if it's like in fucking not that far from me. It could definitely be in the Mid-Atlantic. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd probably know if it's in Delaware or Pennsylvania, so it can't be there.
Mount Vernon,
Yeah, where the fuck is Mount Vernon?
Washington, D.C.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I was wondering if it
Virginia?
was I was gonna
His
say
mansion.
I was gonna say if it was Maryland or Virginia or DC. Yeah. That makes
Mount
sense.
Vernon. Yeah, south of
Mhm.
Washington, D.C.
Okay, that makes sense.
It does. Very
How many people fucking
patriotic.
go there? You know how many people probably go there?
It's technically in Virginia.
It is.
Go where? To his house?
Yeah. I bet it's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. Shea Gillis has a story about going, like, during the pandemic.
Oh wow.
So they both, like, he was just one dude. He was the only guy there.
Yeah.
And he had a tour guide who was supposed to be like Martha Washington or something.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you weren't allowed to talk inside. So she just led him around the house silently. They're both wearing masks, and she would just and not be able to talk about it. Just go around the house.
I would like to think that it's like.
oh wow.
I like to think that you're like. Everybody's just like walking around. You're like, what's that typewriter there?
Absolutely.
No talking.
No talking.
I mean, you have masks on. Why can't you talk at that point, right? I guess maybe it's just like dead in the middle, like right when quarantine started.
Because masks don't do anything. I'm just kidding. Because they can still fly out the sides of your masks and through your nose hole.
True.
So it's all that. Stuff does come out still. It's just less stuff.
It's just less stuff, yeah.
It's like a
I had
pop filter.
Yeah, it is like a pop stuff. I remember I had a neck gaiter on for a while. I was wearing
Yeah.
neck gaiters, and then someone was like, "Yeah, those literally do nothing," and I was like, "Oh wait, what?" They're like, "Yeah, they literally don't do anything." And I was
I
like,
heard that too because I had a neck gaiter, and then I was
Why?
like, "This is associated with a kind of person."
Yeah, and well,
It was
no,
a bummer.
the thing is, with the neck gaiter was that I remember I went to Wawa one day. Shout out to Wawa, of course. And over quarantine, I went in there. Probably one of the first times I went out into some public.
Hmm.
And I grabbed a fucking soda. And just out of curiosity, I'm like, they say these do nothing, and I'm gonna put this to the test. And I fucking drank some of the soda through the fucking neck gaiter. Put the straw in my mouth, neck gaiter over it, sucked,
Wow.
went right through.
Sure.
I fucking drank Coke through like a fucking neck gaiter. I'm
Like
yeah,
nothing?
okay.
Like it was like there's literally
It
nothing.
was basically nothing. There's maybe a little bit of something.
Interesting.
Probably fucking disgusting. I probably drank some fucking like germs while I was at
You
it.
took in some fabric for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't. I
Totally.
just can't imagine the same thing with a mask.
And there was
It
definitely.
is definitely different.
It wasn't fully like it wasn't there. There was a little bit of stoppage, but it went through, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is probably not a good way to fucking protect myself against fucking airborne viruses.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know, dude, yeah. I was watching a video earlier today about like, it was actually a really interesting video. I think the YouTuber's name was like Nine, or like Nine. I forget his name. And Nini, I need to look it up. I can like leave a description of it. So it was really cool, or a link. It was really cool. And the video title is just Quarantine Nostalgia. And he's just talking about that. And he's like, what we were doing at our ages of it, what we were doing with what was happening afterwards, how it was different, and like how we dealt with it, and how, and like the best ways to deal with it. So I think that it's an interesting topic to think about when you sit down and you think about it, and how we took a lot of lessons from it.
Right.
And my brain went on fucking autopilot there, with that worker coming up slowly to us, but luckily I think we're okay. But it's like that we go into an autopilot mode, and that I feel like that with the quarantine we gain this sense of appreciation for things that like we wouldn't have beforehand. That's pretty on the nose.
Wow.
Okay. that was fun. Yeah, he was cleaning up right by us, and I was nervous he was about to be like, boys, pack it up. But yeah, it was interesting. It's a time that you wouldn't think you would have nostalgia for. But I think it's interesting how at that time we took things day by day. We didn't know what exactly was going on, what was going to happen. And so it was an interesting time for that. And we're just like, oh, well, I mean, it was our junior year of high school, the end of junior year. So it's like, you're at this point where you're like, oh, we're just having another little break. And okay, whatever. I guess this is cool. And then that kind of seeps into summer. And then it's just like it all days very blend in together. But it was this really weird feeling of like, there's like a lot of people dying out there. And I'm just sitting here doing like whatever. And I'm like young and not even out of high school yet. And so I'm not really like someone that is at risk of like getting severely hurt from this. And so it's weird to know that there's these people that are so many around us that are getting hurt and experiencing tragedy. And I'm just sitting in here just like barely working, doing whatever. And like, I think that kind of hits everybody in a different way. And like, it's interesting. And like how you experience nostalgia of that, where it's like, shit. It's like, we just fucking sit inside and do whatever the fuck. And it's just like, okay, we're just playing with friends all the time or just dicking around. And it's just like,
True.
going out and walking in our backyard woods and
Everything literally stopped.
yeah. And
But
like,
I don't
like,
think I have any nostalgia for it.
yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Just like 2
That's-
weeks spring break into like just the deepest sadness, the most ridiculous boredom.
It was interesting. It went by in such a flash, and it went by in a way where it's like, to me, sorry, I have to turn the brightness down before my laptop dies. Monitor this. I think that for me, it's like, also there's something with it where it's like, you look back on it, and it's, I know I've said it already, it feels like a day, but there's so much to learn coming out of it where it's like, it helps heighten your appreciation of things for sure. But also it's like, what can be defined as nostalgia, and do I feel it for this certain amount of time? I don't know if I do. Like you said, I don't know.
Is
Because
nostalgia always good?
I don't think it limits itself to having to be exactly a good feeling, you know?
A bittersweet longing for
Okay.
things.
Okay.
Probably based on the idea that it's like gone.
So, I
like,
guess if you're gonna go off that, then it's probably if you're longing for something, then it was probably a good time. Maybe
Do
it
you
wa-
long for COVID?
Of course not. Of course not. I think that, but also, I guess it doesn't have to be a good time. Like there could be times you hated, like, fuck. Because I think about it. I think about it back in high school. I'm like, there's certain times, like even when I was working at the movie theater Regal, I'm like, fuck. In the moment I hated it, but I look back on it and I was like, it was kind of fun sometimes. It was cool.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's something you have to enjoy in the moment. You know, I don't think it's something that you have to like, for sure.
Yeah. It
But
was
like-
fun to work at.
But it was an interesting video. Is basically what I was getting at. And like, what is nostalgia? Do we have it for a period like that? And like how we built a what's it called around it? Where it's like, sometimes it's tough to get out there. I experience it where it's like, shit, I just kind of want to sit back and do nothing, just like I did over quarantine or whatever sometimes. But it's like, but that's just not how it works. Like you need to be putting in everything. And I think I get in those pockets of that, and that's the way to combat that, is being like, well, I need to work on this. I need to get out there, be productive, go hang out with friends, go do this, go do that, go do this, do whatever makes me happy to get my mind off that. You know what I'm saying? So
For
it's
sure.
like, I think that's a good way to take away from that and learn from that based off that video that I saw. I know I kind of ranted on there, but it was an interesting topic for sure.
For sure.
You have anything to add there after that whole spiel that I just put on?
I just wanted to let it crash.
Oh,
So,
crash and burn.
yeah.
That's nice.
I had a good experience. I started working at Nakashima's,
Okay.
this hibachi restaurant and sushi bar.
Forgot about that. I
in
think you
Greenville,
told me about that.
Wisconsin. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite places to be.
When did you start working there?
I started working there in, when would that have been? That was like March. It was like when they started letting people back into the workforce after
March 2021.
Honestly, I can't remember
Mm-hmm.
timeline wise. It was after. Oh, you know what? It was kind of late. It Like, it was after we'd been wearing masks for a while,
Mhm.
and eventually we took them off.
Okay.
So would that be like... Oh, man. Oh, it was right before college. So that must have been
Okay.
like
Yeah.
2021. Yeah.
2021, yeah.
Yeah, late 2021.
So we
Mid
left in
2021.
August, yeah, for college.
So I worked at this place, and yeah, it was weird, obviously, having to wear a mask and everybody around you wears a mask and not really like knowing what people's faces look like. Like,
yeah,
you know
it's
them
weird,
with a
dude.
mask.
It's weird, yeah.
But yeah, and it was so strange because most people, like, we were strict about the mask policy initially. It was like until like federal guidelines let up and then state guidelines let up, but there were people who would come in without a mask, and we'd be like, dude, come on. And they would come up and they would show us their little laminated printout card, be like, I have a medical condition. And we would just have no sympathy. We're like, well, that's what the face shield is for, so you can buy those at CVS down the street. Yeah, so sometimes we'd have to throw people out. It was a bummer. But
yeah, I get you.
But yeah, that was probably my favorite job I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, I had to work really hard. Like, I was literally running around the restaurant for a significant amount of time during
Dude,
my shifts. Between the front and the back, getting orders to people, getting the phone numbers, getting the orders, getting people to their seats, and then getting back to the desk, because you always have to be at the desk, but you always have to be doing something else. And so that's why usually there'd be 2 people, but it's hard to staff a restaurant. So you'd be the only guy. So you'd have to be doing all of this shit, but then you'd have to come right back to the front, because
Yeah.
if there's nobody at the front, what does that say about your restaurant?
True.
So
True.
but yeah, it was at the end of every shift, I would be like, I just put in a good shift,
Yeah.
And they were only like 5 hours long, because this place is open from like 4 o'clock to at the
That's
latest
sick.
10 o'clock.
That's sick. That's
Yeah.
sick.
And your closing probably
leave-
took like
that-
40 minutes.
That leaves for such a good like time table to
During the
work.
day? Yeah.
Yeah.
So easy. It's a
Wh-
really nice
that's-
like evening job.
Yeah. That's the difference at Regal, where it's like open from fucking 9 a.m. Well, technically 11, but some shifts would start at 9.
Right.
And it's like 11 to like fucking whatever it was at night, 12, and then there'd be closing shifts. I never worked closing, luckily. I made that clear up front. I was like, yeah, no, I gotta say deuces at least by 10:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Gotta get out of here by then.
Closing at 5, guys, was tough. Because that was
sounds-
like 2
yeah.
hours after it closed.
That's the same thing with Regal type beats.
Stay there till midnight. Parents have to pick you up. There's no car.
Yeah. And that was
That
right
sucked.
before COVID for me. So that was 2019
Mhm.
when I worked there, and it was like I worked there through the summer, and like right when whatever Avengers movie came out that year, was that Endgame or was that
No
Infinity
idea.
War? I forget.
Probably
it was
Infinity.
like right after it came out. I in 2019 I started working there, and then I worked until right before Star Wars, and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking dipping right before Star Wars comes out, and Frozen 2. I remember Frozen 2 came out that year, and I was like, I'm gonna dip right before this fucking season, and I left. So I left like right around Halloween.
Wow.
And, it's interesting. I remember that job. I feel like I gained a lot socially from that job, which is cool. I mean, you're dealing with all these fucking people constantly.
True.
People pissed, people showing up late, and then being pissed at you. People super nice, people. It's just all over the place. So it's a
Yeah.
good experience to be able to work in a place like that. I'm sure you could say the same, maybe, hopefully, about the Hibachi place. But it's yeah. I am. There's something about doing something like that, and really socially being able to talk to a lot of people that come up to you, and just it's cool. It's cool having a job like that, and like learning from it.
Yeah, I think
You
that's
know?
important. Formative experience. Just dealing with strangers. Like, too many strangers. You're like,
Yeah.
people are weird.
Yeah,
It's being part of your community.
it's
In
true.
a very visceral, everyday way.
Yeah.
Nakashima's was kind of different because
Yeah.
it was more expensive.
It was more really. Yeah.
Yeah, more expensive than like the sub shop I was first working at.
Shit, that's right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Fuck, sub shop, man. This fucking Subway. I don't mind Subway. People shit on Subway, but
I know.
I like Subway. Bennett's near here is pretty good. Bennett's is a good sub shop near us here. I mean, there's a lot of good local joints and Johns. At
Local
home and here.
Johns.
Local Johns. I made a fatal error, and I didn't bring a charger. So we're gonna have to end this on the fly at some point here. We're at 2% here, so
Oh,
we could just turn this into a game of hot potato at this point.
that's true.
So, yeah, damn right it's true. Don't tell me what I know it's true and not. I know it's true.
Okay, well, do you know it's true, or do you think it's true based on what you
No,
have
I know
consumed?
it's true. I know it's true because now,
Do you have
now
direct
it's at
experience?
1%. You've
Oh,
wasted
well.
our fucking time.
We should probably get out of here.
Do you want to hit stop recording, or do you want me to hit it? 'Cause you're making a
Oh,
big
is
deal
it
out
your
of
computer or is it mine?
It's my computer, but if you want to hit it, I'm just saying you hit
I
it.
think you should probably hit it.
You want me to hit it?
You should probably hit it.
I'm gonna hit stop recording.
I love you guys.
I love you too, guys. Thank
You
you,
love too,
everybody
guys.
watching. Thanks everybody watching. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sean.
You're welcome.
We'll do this again. Bye bye. Cheers.
Cheers.
Rough.